Hello everyone, I'm Tardell, and today we're here to talk about ways to build generational wealth and leave a legacy. Banking for minors and young adults. There are different types of accounts that you can start your kid off with. One being a checking account, which allows them access to a debit card, which gives them a little financial independence to allow to make purchases online or in person, having their paycheck direct deposited. This would be a great time to sit down to explain the breakdown of their paycheck. What do the different deductions look like? As well as helping them with payments, whether it be automatic payments or showing them bill pay for the first time. Another account is going to be a savings account. This is where they can start to build their balance as well as have access to an ATM card. After speaking about different checking accounts and savings accounts, this will be a great time to talk about budgeting and goals. Different budgeting categories are going to look like a college fund, a new car, or even a family vacation. You also want to talk about spending habits when it comes to gas money, for example, or if it comes to subscriptions or even phone bill. Also, talk about setting new goals when it comes to college, a car, vacations, or even those big purchases like electronics, or even our short-term goals where it can come to holiday vacations and concert tickets. Next will be credit. When it comes to credit, we think about what impacts my score and what does that look like. 35% of that is going to be your payment history. You always want to make sure that you are making your payments on time. Next is going to be your amount owed, which is 30%. Ideally, on your credit line, you would want to use 30% or less. Next is going to be your length of credit history, which makes up 15%. This is how long you've had your credit line. 10% includes new credit, and the remaining 10% involves different types of credit. Family budgeting. As times are changing, we are seeing an increase of multi-generational households. The sandwich generation. The sandwich generation is an individual who still have a living parent that they are taking care of and also raising kids that are 18 and under. So if you're living in a multi-generational household, have these open conversations and discuss how expenses are going to be handled. Whether you're wanting to split groceries, splitting a phone bill, water bill, or more. Prepare for the unexpected. Are we prepared for unexpected life events? For example, getting sick long-term. Are we prepared for medical bills? Or if something were to happen where we are now facing unemployment. Unexpected household repairs, for example, like a roof or a leak in your home. A lot of families don't want to have the conversation, but being open of the possibility of death. Are we prepared for those funeral costs? How to pass down wealth. Proper estate planning and education are going to be the key factors to help you with this. You can start by having name account beneficiaries, writing a will, starting a trust, and also looking into life insurance. There are different estate distribution techniques, one being a will. A will is what most people associate with estate planning. Everyone should have a will because it provides detailed information of how you'd want your funds and/or assets to be distributed. Next are going to be jointly held property. Jointly held property, if you have a home with someone, for example, you'd want to review your documentation to make sure it's the most up to date. There are also different types of contracts, whether it be life insurance policies, annuities, pensions, IRA, employment-sponsored retirement plan, and lastly, it's going to be trust. Trusts are different from wills because a trust is active as soon as it's open. Also, you don't want to forget to invest in yourself. Write out a financial plan. Writing out a financial plan forces us to do something, whether it's achieving your goals if they're short-term or long-term, or overall just being successful when it comes to your financial dream. You also want to spend less than you earn. Spending less than you earn now overall can help you when it comes to retirement in the future. Save and invest regularly. You would want to save about 10% of your gross pay and also invest in a 401k, for example, or a Roth IRA, which is a great way to pay yourself in small increments. Paying down your debt can not only relieve you from more financial freedom, but it can also boost your ego. And lastly, owning a home. Another way to invest yourself is home ownership. Retirement planning for the future. The earlier you start, the better. The earlier you start for your retirement, the less it will cost you. For example, a 20-year-old will only need 10% of their income to save versus a 40-year-old will need to save 30% of their income. So the earlier you start, the less it'll cost you. You would also want to figure out how much you will need building that nest egg so when retirement comes along, you can retire as comfortable as possible. Knowing your different options, different various saving options like a CD, for example, a certificate account, long-term investments like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and even investing in 401k. Don't forget to have open conversations. Be aware of your different estate distribution techniques. Prepare for the unexpected and always plan for the future, and never forget to invest in yourself. Now you're ready to build generational wealth and leave a legacy. Thank you for watching.